You left me with unfulfilled promises and broken connections. At first, I didn't know who you were. You had no existence. What was a father? But you said you would stay. You implied that you would be the person that you were meant to be for me, so I accepted you. I let you turn into my father. I let you participate in my life. But again, you left, gone, like the unobtainable black smoke that you were. Filled with misdirected anger, anger that was shot at others because you weren't there, anger that was supposed to fade with age, that was supposed to be aimed at you. But it persisted, like a stubborn wind that tried like hell to mess up my life. And for a moment, it looked as if it had succeeded, blowing me off a cliff again and again each time I tried to get back up. The anger had swallowed me whole, covering me in a murky blanket that blinded me and killed my happiness, eating my mind, my soul, like the ogre that anger is. But look, here I am. I am no longer possessed by the confusion turned fury. I am free. I am no longer in a cage like a tamed raven that hungers for the world it once knew. Now my goal is to help, to be there for those who have no one, and those who feel alone in the world. I will follow through on my promises like you never did. I will cure the heartache of others and erase the pain that comes when someone they trust has left. I will repave my soul, filling the holes with brand new asphalt, clean, black, smooth. I will listen to those who need to be heard, letting them know they are not alone. I will explain to those who cannot understand, bringing light into their dark world. I will console those who are frightened, killing the monsters that terrorize their dreams. I will do everything that you never did for me. I don't hate you, never will. I'm just tired, exhausted, but ecstatic that this is finally over. I laugh with an indescribable feeling. Bliss is back, and it's here to stay.
Hello, my name is Andres Rodriguez, and my poem's called The Legacy Worth Fighting For. My legacy, left as a distant memory. My legacy ties me down to my own pity with excruciating pain of a lost memory. My legacy was shot an arrow piercing my heart and my soul, staining my shirt with my pride. I leave my footprints on the sand as a landmark to my life. The tide washes them away, erasing my future legacy. I am lost in this crazy world. I work hard thinking it will be the key to unraveling my legacy. I stare right into my legacy, seeing a reflection of my past. A past where I had no worries. Freedom was my best friend. Life seemed to go so slow. I was tranquil. Time passed, and with each passing day, my legacy started to unwind. Life started to appear out of nowhere. Punches were thrown, and suddenly I was drowning in my own ignorance. Enough is enough. I am making my stand. Fighting back is the challenge. My legacy is worth fighting for.
My house is an ancient relic from a time before my memory starts, when two were intertwined and connected by vows. I can recall little from those few precious months. All I know about the time is left behind in still moments that are dusty, dead, and are locked away. It seemed in the photos, at least, that everyone was happy. Then a knife cut into the heart of my family, divided the pieces and threw them across the barren land so they could live independently once more. But not everything could be devoured, and something was left stranded in the heart of the family, but was forgotten. Me. I felt like an insignificant plant in the depths of the sea, as giant currents and horrible waves fought each other over me, as I simply went where I was pushed. I represented something that neither of my parents wanted to remember, a broken relationship that never should have been, a mistake. A once happy time that is now unspoken about from fear of recollections that others have let slip from their memory, but have remained tattooed on my heart. Maybe that is why I want to be an architect, to build a house strong enough to shelter any family from the storm I endure every day.
I pray this day that freedom comes. With the knowledge from my stroke before, my thoughts won. I'm hurting. I'm sorry you can't quite see it like others. Can't see the hurt in my eyes, the blood slowly dripping down my face. Not even gonna lift a hand to wipe it away. I'm just gonna let it stain my insides. So maybe you could see the mess you couldn't see. Trying to make it in this world, but always getting run over by a bus. The ones with people in them nonstop, morning, noon, and night, driving over my body multiple times, not giving a damn if I cry. Never getting the chance to stand on my own 2 feet. I just keep falling. Maybe if I don't think of the good to come, it will come faster. Maybe I should think the negative. I know. I'm not no damn pigeon, that's what I'm not. I want to be an eagle, strong, independent, spread my wings and soar. Told me to be a strong black woman, be the queen of my own throne, soul still my crown. I just want, what I really want is to have that freedom I always yearned for, to be left alone in my dark, cramped closet where everything else around me seems too big to bear. I just want my Bible and a flashlight, maybe even some drawers so those can be the only things I let see my flaws. My mom Mommy, father, careless at times, mother raised me better than that. Try, she said. I know she cares, so to speak. I can't sit here and be weak. I am a butterfly, engraved in my boneless yet weak body. In my veins was some unusual configuration, just too hard to explain the pain. I am a stray, lost in the cold, brutal wind, sighing because of my sins. It can't be wrong. It should never be wrong of claiming your religion from which you've been. What can I say? Nobody understands me, yet I have still to grow. My mistakes, my head tilted low. Freedom, please come. This is something I would like to be heard, to fight to make it right, because sitting there won't make anything right. Whimpering on my hands and knees, too hurt to even see of the possibilities that I might be excluded. But what does emotions, feelings, and thoughts have to do with it? The journey isn't over. Freedom is yet to come. Just keep my head held high and my goal's number one.
You told me you hated me. You stabbed me, like piercing your nerve for the first time.
I want to save sentences in the hard drive that is the mind of those who listen. I want to leave behind an old guitar, one that speaks of challenges with a soft voice, but states simple phrases like, I want you to listen. I want to leave behind an old guitar, one with battle wounds, of floors it's banged and those it's pleased with lovely melodies, one that I played. Cautiously and cowardly, but still in the end, I stood in the spotlight. I want to be the one who elevated the playing field, even if everyone hates levels with wall jumps. I want to be the one who would progress, who kept trying until she could paint the clouds as if she had created them herself. I want to be the one who sounded like an owl, who soared through the night sky as if it were home. But if only I were so confident. I'm afraid of the dark and of things that could lead me back to square one, on a new journey without a compass or a guiding star. My legacy will be set once I overcome all these challenges. The first, saving Zelda one more time.
My legacy is lost in translation, hidden in the darks by my scattered personality. I'm undefined, uncategorized in society. My emotions like a bottle I can never open the cap to. I twist and turn, and yet I can never fully allow myself to open it. It is a gateway to the feelings I hold inside me. I've told myself so long to keep it locked in that now it's impossible to open. I distract myself from the numbness that I have within inside. My life is like the economy. Every time I take a step forward, I triple my conscience, take 2 steps back. It's as if good is on the lighter side of a seesaw, losing the battle between the vicious and corrupt things life hold. I can never see my shadow even in the brightest of days. I dreamt about the day when I would meet you. You kept me guessing, believing you would come. When people ask who my dad is, I say my uncle. He's been there more for me than you. Sometimes I wish you could just try. Put the puzzle of life together with the million pieces of reality, the reality you had me. I'm not hidden beneath the deepest layer of the sea. I'm here, waiting for that one phone call and to hear the unfamiliar voice of a man saying, "It's your dad." I jump into my imagination, into a dagger, dipped in truth, stabs me in my chest and brings me back to what is real. Just a waste of my brain cells like the misleading effects of smoking. So how am I supposed to know what my legacy is when a piece of me is missing because of you? I haven't met you and still feel like I don't want to. I haven't and will never need you. You didn't ask me to be in this world, so I ask you not to be my future. But there is one thing I want my legacy to be, and that is to be a better man than you.
Growing up as a kid, I feared the world around me, hid back in my shell like a turtle from the unknown around it. Was no genius, I hardly knew anything. There was one thing I would always ask myself though. Could I be the next Mahatma Gandhi, fight to the top like Muhammad Ali? I want to change the world, become an idol to everybody. Change the world through the power of rhyme. Change this culture through the strength in my verses. But my hood held me back. Influences of crime that shed the innocent blood of the people. These influences being painted in my head like a Picasso from the past. They don't last long though, washed off like chalk on concrete. It was like everybody mimed each other. A man goes to prison, his homie right behind him, having the rest of the world saying, oh, brother, judging me because of my roots, who I am, thinking I'm stupid. I'm going to prove them wrong. People look down on me. They all hate on me. Soon I'll be looking at them eye level. People will be thanking me for making a difference, even though I rebel against authority sometimes. I used to care about what people thought of me, scared of being judged, like if I'm on trial and there's a jury. But I don't got to do anything now. Got to make it out of here somehow. Quiero que todos me miran como yo hice muchas cosas buenas. No quiero que todos se olviden de mí. Quiero hacer la sangre de vida. No quiero ser juez o 6 pies debajo de la tierra. Quiero ser alguien que todos quieren hacer. I want to be remembered as someone great, nothing less.
My life. There are a lot of people in this world. There are fat people. There are skinny people. There are poor and rich people. There are red, blue, purple, and white people. People from a different race, places near and far. But you know what all these people have in common? They are all equal. But unfortunately, there are some cruel people in this world that think nobody is alike, judging people because of their race, color, sexuality, and opinions. Without thinking, they say these hateful and hurtful words that are like knives piercing through skin. I felt this. I was bullied. I used to cry myself to sleep. I was a coward. I was afraid. People used to call me fat, ugly, a geek, and a loner. They broke my confidence, but most importantly, they broke my spirit. I grew tired of the tears. I told them, I'm not fat, I'm filled with love. I'm not ugly, I'm just different in my own way. At that moment, I felt beautiful. Everyone should feel beautiful the way they are. God created you, and for that reason, you're special. Hi, my name is Maria Mendoza, and I want my legacy to teach people to love each other and themselves. I will be remembered as the one who showed people to be equal, beautiful, and worth living. The loner. They broke my confidence, but most importantly, they broke my spirit. I grew tired of the tears. I told them, I'm not fat, I'm filled with love. I'm not ugly, I'm just different in my own way. At that moment, I felt beautiful. Everyone should feel beautiful the way they are. They deserve to be happy. God created you, and for that reason, you are special. Hi, my name is Maria Mendoza, and I want my legacy to teach people to love each other and themselves. I want to be remembered as the one who showed people to be equal, beautiful, and worth living.
Who's ever going to remember me? I'm not the president. I'm not Gandhi. I'm nothing but a speck of dust floating in the middle of nowhere compared to all of the rest of the world. The good things I did in my life, the people I helped, and the care I had for others won't matter to anyone but me because I'm just a speck of dust, invisible to everyone who exists. My legacy means nothing to anyone but me, so what is the point of legacy at all? If nobody cares or even knew I was born, why would what I wanted to be known for matter at all? I am a speck of dust, even if I was the greatest person imaginable, the greatest person to ever set foot on earth. Who would I be to everyone else? Nothing at all. What do I want my legacy to be, you ask? Nobody noticed me anyway. Nobody saw what a great friend I could have been to them. Nobody saw how much I cared, and like an old book in the library that nobody has ever once touched, I am a speck of dust among the others. I'm bound to be blown off.
In the last spoken word I wrote, I went on too much about the past. I feel I instead need to speak about the future, who I will be, because I believe that my past doesn't define who I truly am now. On the earth after rain, all the rotten leaves and debris from my past have been washed away, the water and clean soil allowing new foliage to grow. The lightning of the storm has burnt away the old corroded trees, leaving nothing but a seed. The aged trees and leaves have decayed and crumbled into the clay, making the ground ready to bear new sprouts, helping me grow into the person that I am today. And now the downpour is past. The heavens have opened into a joyful blue sky. The shining sun accompanies it, its luminous light on me, a spotlight. Now everyone can see the latest me standing out in the crowd. I've retired my old self, leaving it in the wake, sitting in the rain along with my rotten legacy. And I'm in the sunlight, walking forward, ready to create a whole new, unique legacy.
I want to be remembered as a bold man. For generations, I want my blood to flow through my children's arteries. Stop, rewind, me, the remembered ancestor who was never forgotten, DNA never lost. I don't want memories of me to ever be lost. Fast forward, family. The wrong side of the population's genocide will not imprint what I have built, nor will it embellish its wrath, tearing faith into many microscopic organisms, leaving us unbound. I don't want to be left or remembered as a fool. People seem to think I'm mean, being mistaken at times for nothing but speaking the truth. But I prefer things better left unsaid. So I'll be remembered as a sweet but not bitter man, a loving father holding his little girl's hand for a stroll through the park, pushing her to embark on new journeys, leaving but nothing of memories of me on her mind, so when she grows older she'll have traits of her father.
My memories are like twine woven into history. They have dwelt in the minds of the people I have encountered. They have a small place in the cosmos of the universe, while I still find mine. The fear of a superficial memory outshining an admirable one, as if every imperfect judgment I make of my existence on Earth is disintegrating the nobility of my name. I will not want to vanish from this planet, leaving behind a pathway of bloodless memories. But with only the greatest pleasure would like to brand my skin with disgrace. If you only would peel the skin from my body and detect the reality of the demons I have caused in my adolescence, my deepest desire would be to set them ablaze and sweep away the ashes.
By my nature, I'm not a hunter. An animal soul I will not take. However, I'm on the hunt for life. The hunt to discover who I am. The words I'm trying to lay down on this paper will not go down permanently. They're simply thoughts just flying around trying to find their place like me. A walk on the beach at midnight is a walk beneath the gods. Every fallen star is an angel above, guiding me to what's next. The crash of the lonely waves of the nights I spent alone in my room with a wave of thoughts blowing through my head. I do not want to be forgotten. I want people to see that saw side, that affection, the side of me which I really am. They need to see the burns and bruises on my heart. I want to be embedded in their minds like a bug in amber. Even after 100 years, I'm still there and always will be. But before I can ever be forgotten, I need to find myself. I'm the bird in the sky that flies around and around. I'm the mountains that can be seen above the sea. I don't want to be like the ones who sell their bodies or defile my own with abuse. And I will not be established as the one who was knocked up in high school. I promise I will not be the one who was locked up in high school and didn't get her education. And I want a better future for myself.
I looked up to you, and a part of me still does. I wanted to be just like you. To strip your inner spine and weave it into mine, hoping that maybe, just maybe, I'd get one step closer to being like you. You told me you'd never leave my side, that I would always have a shoulder to lean on. Was I really that gullible to believe every word you said? You left me like one of those empty beer bottles you drank every night with no worth left in it. The crazy thing is, I didn't see the bad in you, so I blame myself. I ran from the truth, now look where it's got me. Even now, I still do. You lost the one good thing you had and traded me with a piece of trash like her. You chose it over your own flesh and blood. Is she worth it? Is she the family you always dreamed of? Now that I look at it, you didn't lose me. You lost yourself. You took the left road instead of the right and ended up in a world where only you exist. but I still kept faith in you, hoping maybe one day you'd change. All I wanted was to make you happy, show you that I could be strong with or without you, and maybe if I did what I was supposed to, you'd come back. But still nothing changed. Yet I still bear a smile on my face, and I don't know why. I guess it's there to satisfy all the people that don't even care. But all that lies behind this simple move of a muscle are my daunting memories and broken dreams you were never there to catch when I fell. You were never there. You were never there to say I was beautiful. You were never there to tuck me in at night. What makes you think I'd believe you now? I always knew your promises would turn into lies. You just tied a ribbon around my eyes so I couldn't see. Now every night I lay in bed and stare at those blank walls. I try to imagine my future, but right now it's as blank as those walls. All I can see is the past, and I barely recognize that anymore. I'm over it. They say change takes time, but your time is right now. I will not allow you to staple your shadow to my inner palm and control me with your strings like a puppeteer. Instead, I'm finally realizing what has blinded me, who you are, and what I strive to be. For the first time, I'm letting go.
It started out subtle, a slow losing of my grasp on the hands of time, and before I knew it, I was knee-deep and hand-soaked in someone else's memories while mine were disappearing like sand in an hourglass, and my life was evaporating like rain on a murky day into someone else's cloud. The sun had kept forgetting to shine as if it had been engulfed by the night, and now it was always dark out. Everything that had once shimmered and gleamed in life didn't anymore, and the last ray of happiness had been hidden by a shadow. And so here I was, fighting for my own peace of mind that didn't seem to exist anymore because it had been lost in someone else's. You want to know what my legacy will be? It'll be just that, my own.